Gemma's got a story in the Times. Police told MP to accept abuse as part of her job. This is Stella Creasy.
Yeah, not ideal. Stella Creasy was called a child killer in front of her daughter by an anti-abortion activist. And she told the police, and they said, you've got to accept harassment as part of the job. Now, look, somebody shouting something in the street in a moment probably isn't anything that they can, something that they can do anything about. But that said, I think we had Jess Phillips on our podcast a while back, and then she was talking about some of the abuse that she suffers. And it is disproportionate to the kind of... I mean, men, obviously, in politics get a lot of abuse as well, but it's that sort of real intimidation and real aggression, and you saw that on election night as well. And it doesn't matter what your politics are, across the board, for all flavours of politicians, that needs to be dialed right down.
And I do think that there is a slight difference. Obviously, we had a Conservative male MP killed, so I'm not diminishing that in any way. But just on a day-in, day-out basis, you know, women aren't physically as strong as men, so the sense of insecurity that you must feel walking around and there are groups of men haranguing you, whether it be because of issues over Gaza, whether it be, in this case, because of so-called pro-life issues. I think that we really need to seize this nettle. We're sleepwalking into something bad happening.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not sure about the Stella situation, and I just think that that as long as it's vocal and it's verbal and it's, you know, it's hectoring and it's out there. Once you tell people, we're going to prosecute you if you shout at an MP, then maybe they do reach for a knife, and that's what we really don't want.
I agree. In terms of, I hated all that stuff about criminalising protest. I also think it's absolutely ridiculous when the prisons are so full. So if someone's holding a sign, you put them in prison. That is crazy. That is our right to protest. And I agree, you know, being someone going, well, you know, bit of heckling. But I think what you were saying, if it feels physically intimidating, you have got a right to express that. And then what you want to feel is that you're being supported within that. Like, why do you not feel safe? Let's look at what we can do.
And also, she may have been out with her child so in private time. And I think if she's out as just a normal citizen with her child, she probably shouldn't be shouted at.
Do you remember when Anna Soubry, the Tory who was very pro-Remain, she had to move house. She had to leave her home during the referendum.
Yeah, and we saw Michael Gove being harangued on a whole walk from somewhere to a train station. It's just, and the ability of people to organise for this is what's ramped up in recent years.